Excuse me, it's all about brum, 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 relatively vibes and come. It's how we do the job and how it gets done. Brum, 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 brum.
Yo, back once again with So You Got Bars. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, the Teesprings link is down below. You've got to cop some of that merch because it is fire. I'm not just saying that because it puts a pound or two in my pocket, and I have literally gone to the lowest price I can that Teesprings will let me as well, so don't think that I'm ripping you. I've done it just so you guys can have some decent merch for the realest reaction channel going. My boy Joyner Lucas, Devil's Work. It's off the ADHD album, is it? I've seen things about this track, other people saying he's bodied it, he's gone deep, it's sick. Let's see if it is. I know my guy is one of the best lyricists around at the moment, ain't he? Like, let's see what he's about.
Forgive me. I'm staring at this Bible as I keep glancing. Dear Lord, I got questions and I need answers. I'm trying to understand your vision, all I see is damage. Just a bunch of dead bodies in the street camping. A bunch of lost souls on their feet standing. We supposed to be your children, I thought we family. You supposed to be my father, bro, I need answers. We don't need to die young, we just need chances. Tired of living on the edge.
It's gonna be like that, is it? Kind of like the track that Hopsin did where he's in the desert talking to God, asking for answers. And I feel that's what Joyner's doing now, innit? In the world we live in at the moment, it has got to that point where if you are a person of faith, you might be willing to question it because so much crap is happening. You've got to understand that's not God's work. That's man's work. Men are the reason the world is the way it is. They've let greed take over, jealousy, and they've just done it all wrong. And I believe it probably has got past that point now where peace will ever be obtained. There will always be war and anger. Now, it's just a way of focusing your own mind. So don't forget it because it's happening. You need to acknowledge it to understand where you live, but focus on yourself. Make your own existence a bit better, and then hopefully others will strive to be like you, and perhaps that could change it for the better. Who knows? Anyway, let's get in to the rest of this.
You supposed to be my father, bro, I need answers. We don't need to die young, we just need chances. Tired of living on the edge, so we keep scrambling. Trying to talk to these strippers, but they keep dancing. We just want to be number one like Steve Francis. Bow our head, say a prayer, now the seeds planted. Everywhere I turn, I'm seeing MCs vanish. Lot of good niggas gone, I don't understand it. Lot of
R.I.P. Nipsey. You know what I mean? Everywhere he looks, he sees a lot of good MCs vanish. Nipsey was one that was trying to do good in the street. Perhaps if he moved up out there, he wouldn't have came to the end that he did, but that isn't what he wanted. And he suffered for it, unfortunately. But, yeah.
I'm seeing MCs vanish. Lot of good niggas gone, I don't understand it. Lot of families lost and they seeds stranded. I ain't trying to disrespect you, I just need answers. I know you watching us from heaven thinking who to say. Cherry picking who should go next and who should stay. I'd be on my way to heaven if I knew the way. And bring back every good nigga you choose to take.
Oh, My guy, Tupac Shakur. Yeah. I'll be on my way to heaven if I knew the way. Bring back a lot of good. Bring him here to stay or something along the lines of that. But he's saying if he knew the way to heaven, he'd make his way there and bring him back. They left too early. And yeah, Tupac, Nipsey, Biggie. There's a lot more. But they're the ones that are on the top of my head.
Next to who should stay. I'd be on my way to heaven if I knew the way. And bring back every good nigga you choose to take. They say you never wrong, but you done made a few mistakes. Cause you taking the wrong niggas, maybe you should trade. Trade us back all the real ones.
Saying you're never wrong, but you've made a few mistakes. As a human being, and this is talking from a point if I was a believer in Christ, as I've said before on this channel, I do believe there's something up there, not necessarily a man sitting on a cloud, but we've been designed. So in order for design to be made, it has to have a creator. So there's a creative force, energy, being, who knows. That's my feeling on it anyway. But as a human being that was created by that, to then question and say they made mistakes, I don't feel as if we're probably in a position that we could do that, because we don't see the bigger picture. A lot of us have put blinkers onto it. But who am I?
You should trade us back all the real ones, remove the fakes. I think you should trade. Give us Tupac back and take that nigga. The wrong niggas, maybe you should trade us back all the real ones, remove the fakes.
Where that?
Knew the way and bring back every good nigga you choose to take. They say you never wrong, but you done made a few mistakes. Cause you taking the wrong niggas, maybe you should trade us back all the real ones, remove the fakes. I think you should trade. Give us Tupac back and take that nigga shook. Let the legend resurrect that he gon' live for good. I been screaming thug life in every different hood. If only you can bring him back, Lord, I wish you would. Give us Biggie, give us Pun, give us Triple X. Take that nigga Trump with you, that's a bigger threat. There's too much power for a coward with.
See, I like the idea behind this track. You know what I mean? Questioning the creator and asking him why the world is the way it is. But if you're in this position and you're trying to show people, look, there are problems on the planet that need addressing, I'm going to ask the Lord, see if I get my answer. You can't then sit on that same platform and wish another human being dead. Whether he's a tit or whether he's a not. You still need to have that empathy and realise you've got a common ground, and that is being human. You can't wish another human being dead. That's just stupidity, especially when you're questioning all the wrongs that are happening in the world. Fucking hell, I'm going on a ramble on this one, ain't I?
If only you can bring him back, Lord, I wish you would. Give us Biggie, give us Pun, give us Triple X. Take that nigga Trump with you, that's a bigger threat. There's too much power for a coward with no intellect. That's a bigger with a collar, there's a disconnect. Niggas dying, mama crying, grandma need a tissue. Niggas shooting up the church, now I need a pistol. All them niggas still living, you don't see the issue. But how you taste a leader, then you take a leader with you. I ain't tryna disrespect, just need a meter with you.
Yeah. Why did you take Aaliyah? If she was still around now, the music I believe she would have released would have been popping. Believe she was a very talented artist, one that was taken away far too early, like.
take a lead with you. I ain't tryna disrespect, just need a meter with you. I ain't tryna overstep, just wanna reason with you. Give us back our love, ones that take the evil with you. Send them suckers straight to hell, they don't need a vigil. I need you to give us back Martin Luther. Take Martin Shkreli, give us back Malcolm. Take R. Kelly, R.I.P. Lil Snoop. Get that boy's life back. Take Eric.
Bring back Martin Luther. Take R. Kelly. There's a lot of right ways to do things, and there's a lot of wrong ways to do things. Despite allegations and people coming forth and whatnot to talk out about R. Kelly's wrongdoings or alleged wrongdoings, to then wish him dead. This is what I'm trying to get my head round. Bring someone back, take another person. Martin Luther King, for example, he rallied at a time when there was no internet, no means of communication to the parts of the places that he reached, but he managed to rally millions and millions and millions of people together in a common goal. You know what I mean? Yes, he met an untimely end, and yes, there is a lot of conspiracy about it. But if he didn't die at that time, could he have possibly failed? Could he have possibly messed up and gone the wrong route? Is it not that final chapter that closed the book on his story that has given him that huge name now? Everyone knows Martin Luther King. Would they have known him if he stayed alive? That's what you gotta ask yourself. And then to put another person in his place, yeah, take R. Kelly. The guy's still alive and you're wishing another human dead. There's a lot of wrongs and rights in this, believe. My head's battling it. Fire track, like. But, as I say,
Hold up, give us air right back. I'm sending you this message, Lord, I hope you hit me right back. They say I'm on the wrong train, I know I'm on the right track. Cause Trayvon Gordon only did was try to fight back. Zimmerman walk around free, we don't like that. Why you take our mothers from us? Fathers and our sisters and our cousins from us. Got these children getting murdered while they double dutching. Wonder why the fuck you take Nipsey Hussle from us. Damn, you took a true king, a true brother from us. This a fucking marathon, but they running from us. Now everybody got guns, niggas up to something. And every gangster wanna prove that they tough or something. You know it's not fair, tell the truth. I've been in my feelings too. But if you took Emmett Till, at least take Dylan Roof. At least take James Holmes. I ain't even mad at that. Just bring back Whitney and give us Michael Jackson back. Feds want me and then slam it down. Ain't no.
he wished R. Kelly dead. And then wished Michael Jackson back. Ain't they kind of got the same allegations thrown at them? That they slept with underage people. Possibly abused. How can you wish one dead and wish another one back? Michael Jackson forever will be the king of pop. His music, legendary. But the allegations towards him were the same as R. Kelly. How can you wish one dead and wish another alive? I probably will get some flack on this, but Whitney Houston, found with drugs and whatnot in her system, did she cause the way she died herself? Through abuse, through drug addiction? Why, if someone is that careless with their life, Should they get a second chance if they didn't appreciate it enough when they were here? Joyner, my boy, you need to do some thinking. I know where you're coming from, I understand, I can see it, but there's a lot of contradictions that I'm pulling out.
Take James Holmes, I ain't even mad at that. Just bring back Whitney and give us Michael Jackson back. Feds want me and then slam it down. Ain't no justice for Sandra Bland, we up like a Salem fan. Lord, if you listen, I'm just looking for a hand in hand. Take out the fuck niggas and give us back our fam again. Drowning in my tears, trying to pray for something. Wonder why you give us life for you to take it from us. Wonder why you give us family then erase it from us. Maybe hopefully you can have a conversation with us. Maybe I'm just probably tripping cause I need a hug. The hood can't find jobs, now we need a plug. Everybody and their mama trying to be a thug. I don't go to church cause I'm afraid of being judged. I've been staring at the ceiling as I lie in bed, watching niggas follow trends like Simon says. I pray you give us back the real ones and try again. Or maybe take them niggas that deserve to die instead. Tommy Lauren run them out for the...
There's a line there where he says, I don't go to church because I'm afraid of being judged. Isn't God omnipotent? Which means he's like everywhere. And just like football supporters, they could never go to a match but they could still support their team. Just like a religious believer, you know what I mean? You may never go to church but you could still have the faith. Can you not be judged from home? Just an observation, you know what I mean?
Then she get defensive. Lauren Ingram laughing at death and disrespecting. I really feel like you should teach them stupid hoes a lesson. Either that or give us back somebody who deserved the blessings. I left out a bunch of names that I forgot to mention. Cost too much to pay attention and it got expensive. Father, forgive me for I know not what I do, and now I'm reaching out to you hoping you hear me and return the message. I know that you got our back and that you're not against us. Or maybe you just love us so you doing shit to test us. I just kinda thought that you would do more to protect us. They say the good die young and I ain't on the guest list. I've been drinking, Lord, forgive me as my blood racing. I don't know what I'm thinking, I'm just frustrated. I don't mean to question you, I'm just confused. I don't know what else to do, I've been patient and it sucks waiting. Took my mans from me, that forever hurts. But putting the blame on you, that'll never work. I know this ain't your fault, it's the devil's work. Devil's work.
What a track. As I say, there were a few contradictions in there. But then at the end, where he flipped it all on and said, look, I know it ain't your fault. Apologies for that. Frog in the throat. He says, I know it ain't your work, this is the devil's. You know what I mean? He will always be there to try and pull you under. Gotta keep a strong mind, people. I hope I broke that down enough. It felt as if I rambled on for ages. But peace out. See you in the next one.
Excuse me, it's all about brum, 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 rev up your vibes and come. It's how to do the job and how it gets done.